It's my first experience attending or participating in any e-consultancy event, and it's been really great so far. I loved all the speakers. I think we instantly kind of developed a sort of a bond, and I'm sure we'll keep in touch post this as well. Met some old friends, so it's been amazing, and I really recommend it for everyone, actually, anyone who's interested in to know about the latest know-hows of what's happening in the marketing world, what are the latest trends, and any tips and tricks. It's really like a mini crash course. Sure. So design sprints are a fairly new concept in APAC. The more popular known sort of process is the design thinking process. Design sprints kind of stem out from design thinking. So where design thinking is really a set of principles, and a mindset to kind of innovate and drive innovation within your firm, within your team. Design sprints is a step ahead in the sense that design sprints is one of the many ways in which you can really execute the design thinking principles. So design sprints, it's 10 times faster than any other system that's out there, and it's really the quickest way to answer any critical business questions that you might have, to validate any business ideas that you might have, any challenges that you're facing, to create a high fidelity interactive prototype, get immediate feedback from your users, all within a span of just 5 working days. So just 1 week. Within a week, so you start on Monday with something probably vague, and you have a challenge, you try to figure it out, and on Friday you actually have a tangible prototype that's been validated by your users, validated or invalidated. So if it's validated, then good for you, high five, you've got something great going on there. If your users kind of give a negative feedback on the prototype, then it's fine, you got to iterate and you got to figure out what went wrong, but at least you learn your lessons very quickly. So instead of spending 3 to 6 months on learning that lesson and tons of money, the cost was just 5 days for you. Yes, so design sprints, just by virtue of the name, people kind of tend to associate it only with design or only towards building something, like a product or a service. But if you think about it, you could build the best product or service in the world, but it really would be worth nothing if you can't advertise it or you can't market it properly to the intended audience. I have been a part of actually 2 projects in Fortune 500 companies where we actually had design sprints to talk about what the marketing campaign needs to look like before we got into a design sprint to actually carve out what the product, what product features there would be for that particular product and what it would do. So design sprints really ties in very, very neatly to marketing. Think of it as like a montage. In the sports movies, we have the training montages where you kind of have a view into the future of kind of what it would look like if you were to do things a certain way. So with marketing campaigns and identifying and defining the marketing funnel, what to do, what kind of SEO you need to run, for how long, what needs to happen, all of that kind of, you discover that in 1 week, and you also get the buy-in of your stakeholders within that 1 week. Because with design sprints, one of the key processes and key asks for a design sprint is that you involve the key stakeholders right at the beginning of the design sprint. So on your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or just on Monday and Tuesday, we have the senior most people, the senior most decision makers in the room to decide. So if we're talking about a marketing campaign, these decision makers will be there to kind of approve, and then what you need to do at the end of the week is really you have a roadmap of what needs to be done.